I, as parents, we all want the best for our kids. We all want our kids to be successful. We want them to be safe. We want them to be happy. We want them to live good, productive lives. We want them to have a good life. For me, in addition to all the normal things that all parents go through, thinking about that, I was very aware of and very conscious of the importance of influence, the importance of who was going to influence my sons, my daughters, and what those influences were going to be. In that process, you start looking at schools. You start thinking about the alternatives. What are out there? What's best? What's marginal? There's a lot of schools in Topeka that are good schools. There's no doubt about that. There's good teachers, there's challenges, there's accountability, there's opportunities for exploration, the development of social skills, the academics, morality, development of understanding of ethics and how to deal in the business world, organizational skills, opportunities for creativity, development of work ethic, the ability to take advantage of opportunities and resources that are around you and use those to be able to learn, to be able to contribute. There's life lessons such as humility, the opportunities that you have with women, how to be humble with that. Likewise, how to handle adversity. How do you deal with it when things don't go your way? How do you deal with death? How do you deal with frustration and pain? The list goes on and on. If my children would have gone to a different school here in the city, they would probably be okay. It would probably be fine. But I don't think they would have achieved at the same level and got the depth of experience and insight and a foundation like they have because they have gone through it. The teenage, I work with juveniles. I work in juvenile corrections. The transitions that you see kids are going through nowadays, those teenage years are really critical. That anywhere from 13, 14, 15 years old up to 24, 25, it is so important. There's so much going on when they're transitioning from a dependent childhood to an independent adulthood. It's going to have a profound and lasting impact on them in terms of who those people are that have influence in their lives. It's the time when I personally believe they have the formation of their moral code, how they treat people, how they interact, how they contribute. I think what separates Hayden from all the other schools that we have an opportunity to utilize in the Topeka and Shawnee County area gets down to the core values of the school. I think the core values shape the school. Starting with my children and what they inherited in terms of learning experiences and opportunities in grade school, the formation of their moral mindsets based on the lessons of what would Jesus do. And then when they graduated from that local grade school and they came to Hayden, they had the opportunity to, in a more advanced level, develop that and implement that. I think as I try to get my arms around that and understand that, it kind of came to me here just a couple weeks ago when I was in Sunday Mass. This past month, last few weeks, the second readings have been from St. James. And in the letter of St. James, it talks about faith formation. And it talks about having to have works as part of your faith formation if your faith is going to be alive. I think that's what Hayden is about. Hayden's about living your faith and going forward and having an impact. That's the core value, I think, that separates Hayden from any other school around. Where do you see that? You see it on the front. Enter to learn, lead to serve, like Julie said. But you see it every day in the school. Mike Monahan and Mark Manson and different instructors, they're out front every day greeting the students, challenging kids, greeting them to reach their potential, to do the best you can, do what's right because it's the right thing to do, treat everyone you meet with unconditional respect, to recognize that you are a precious gift of God and that everybody you meet has that precious gift of God in them. And then to go forward and to serve each other and to serve the larger community. Why Hayden? It's about the core values, the service, and the recognition that God is present in each one of us. As a parent, I feel very fortunate and blessed that Hayden has been there to assist us in the formation and the development of our kids. That influence has enhanced their lives and enhanced my life and enhanced our whole family's life. Likewise, I think we've been very fortunate in terms of the community that Hayden has been there. I cannot imagine what Topeka, Kansas would be like if Topeka Catholic High School or Hayden High School wasn't here for the last 100 years. Just like I don't know what this town would be like if the Sisters of Charity had not been present in this town as long as they've been here. The fact of the matter is, going forward, I think it's going to be more important than ever that Hayden be present. Again, I work with juveniles. I work in corrections. I have a little bit of a feel for what's going on out there. And I'll tell you, the threats, the dangers, the trends, the negative influences are out there. They're out there and they're active and they're learning. They're looking at opportunities to get an advantage over kids. They're looking for advantages over adults. And I think the best way to battle that is to give our kids a strong foundation based on Christian values and to impress on them and to give them the opportunity and to empower them to move forward and to serve and to make an impact. I think the stronger and broader foundation we can provide for our kids here at this school and in our families and in our parishes, the more we can give in terms of the skill set and empowerment and a foundation to allow them to develop and internalize Christian confidence. The more that we can influence their faith formation to be rooted in actions and works and deeds, the better chance they will have to have a successful future. And ultimately, the goal is for us all to meet in heaven. The net result for our community, for this school, for our parishes, for our families, for each one of us, is an enhanced quality of life. So, because of all that, kind of wrapping this up, I just want to say this is, my last go-around as a Hayden parent, because my youngest is going to graduate this year. So to Rick, to Mark, to Mike, to all the faculty at Hayden, I'd say thank you. Thank you for your service, and thank you for allowing us to reach our potential as a family.